if I have a family and like kids with one woman, I kind of want to just move to like a shittier neighborhood. But if I have like
clarify that.
well, because the idea is like to have, how many kids do you want?
2.
Yeah, I feel like I want like 30
That's
or
insane.
50. But you can't do that with one girl, so it's like, get them cranking, but then I can't live with all of them.
You're like modern day Genghis Khan then.
Yeah. I think it would be sick to have an army of Togis who would be great. But then I can't like live with them and whatnot. But if I were to live with 30 kids, we would live in a shitty house for sure.
What is going on YouTube, fitness, family? Probably the collab you were least expecting. I got my boy Togi here. We actually met a couple months back at this very gym, Young LA gym, and I overheard him talking about how he used to love training when he first started, and now it's just kind of become monotonous, just trying to get it out of the way and get basically done so he can be more jacked. So that made me sad, because as you guys know, I fucking love working out. Gym's my playground, so I wanted to walk him through a chest, tricep, and shoulder workout. Long time in the making. But you said you have like some shoulder issues and shit too?
Yeah, I got a crunchy shoulder. It doesn't like hurt, but it tingles right here every time I bench, and then it goes through my bicep. So maybe you can help me fix that.
Okay, cool. And then you said that most of your training is like the same thing every time, right? Like flies, some sort of flies.
Chest day I come in, like typically 8 sets of flat bench, and then that bad boy right there, the flies, and then I leave.
All right, so literally just benching some fucking incline flies when we're out of here. So it's gonna be a little bit different today. Obviously gonna be using a lot more time under tension, a little more range of motion you're probably used to, but most people, actually every person I train with, usually the feedback is like actually it helps their joints a ton.
Okay,
helps them feel like acutely sore where you're trying to feel sore. So yeah, it should be a fucking blast. Ready to get into it?
Yeah, I'm excited. I'm a little nervous. I get a lot of criticism for my lack of time under tension, so we'll see how I handle that.
The story is you started training, what, 2 to 3 years ago now?
Yeah, well, I guess it's been a while. I've been taking it seriously, taking steroids for like maybe 13 months, but how old was I? I think 18 years old in college. That's how I got into it.
And you hadn't like lifted at all before that?
No, I did basketball, so like they made us do, but it was all like functional training. You know, you get the medicine ball, you throw it against the wall and shit, so.
So when you first hopped in the gym, was it like love at first sight you did it, you're like, oh, this shit's dope? Or was it like, oh, this kind of sucks, but I want to be jacked?
Love at first sight. About a week into it. I was also super motivated because at the time it was the classic story, girl broke my heart. It's like, oh, that dumb bitch, like she's gonna want me back if I get jacked. Obviously it didn't work, but now I have bigger muscles and I'm trying to love it again. But at the time I was like obsessed with it every day, work out for 3 hours, just because I wanted, not like you had to work out for that long, but just because I wanted to be in the gym that long.
You wanted to be there. Oh, I remember those days, man. And how long did you train before you started enhancement?
18, 19, 20, probably about 2.5 years.
Oh, I think that's a big misconception. I think that a lot of people have, that they think you kind of just hopped on gear right away.
Yeah, everyone thinks I just hopped on. Well, I wasn't very big, but if you looked at my physique when I was natural, you would know I would have been working out.
Okay, so it wasn't just like, like all of a sudden you started working out and you were like, fuck this, I don't want to do it naturally, just like.
I waited a little bit. I was 20 years old when I hopped on.
And was it like somebody you knew that like kind of like guided you, or you just like, I want to do this?
No, dude, it was just like, it's funny that I make the content that I make now, but it was mostly just like TikTok. I would see people just with my dream physiques. It's like, I am so far off. I want to look like that right now. Yeah, like so I just decided to bite the bullet and hop on.
All right, so we're gonna start with an incline fly. So most people almost across the board start with a press. It's not inherently bad, right? But what we're trying to do with hypertrophy training, specifically building muscle aesthetics, like I don't think you really give a fuck how much you can bench based on what I know about you.
Yeah, not at all.
So what we're trying to do is maximize stimulus in accordance with minimizing fatigue. So we want to minimize injury risk. So when we start with a fly movement, we get 2 benefits. One is we get to open up the tissue to essentially get that blood flow in there before we start, let's say, a more compound press, because we can obviously press more than we can fly, because that vector force, now we're getting farther from axis of rotation. So it becomes much harder to perform a fly movement just from a physics perspective, just because we're way, way farther away from the body than a press. So we can load a press much heavier. We can press probably 2 to 3, like 3, probably 3x of what, like if you're doing like a dumbbell fly, right? You probably do it with 35, 40 pounds, but you could probably, what's like the heaviest dumbbell press you've ever done?
Probably like 110. And I think that's why I have shoulder problems.
Exactly. See, that's the thing, is like you can load a press much heavier. When I fly, you're getting the benefit of that stretch biasing, and then you also don't have to use as much load because physics is applying more force because we're getting farther from that axis of rotation. So what we're gonna do here is pull the shoulders down and back, get a big stretch through the pec, kind of pause in that stretch, feel really nice in there. And I want you to consciously, a lot of people fucking drive and explode. I want a conscious drive through the chest. So I wanna feel the stretch. And you see how the difference? So this is what explode looks like.
Yeah.
This is what a drive looks like. See how controlled it is through the chest?
I've never thought even 1/10 that much about what I'm doing. I thought it was just move to weight, talking about axis and the vortex and shit. I think I understood about 70% of what you were saying. All right, here we go.
All right, so shoulders back, chest open. Feel that nice big stretch, starting nice and light.
And like range of motion wise, like am I in a good place?
That's perfect. And what I like that you did is you kept the elbows bent at the back of the rep. A lot of people do this at the back of their flies. You want to maintain that slight elbow to keep the emphasis in the chest.
Okay.
The minute you straighten out the arms, going all front down, but mostly biceps.
How many reps are we going for this kind of thing?
This is just a warm-up set. So just trying to really feel really nice stretch and then a really nice peak contraction all the way through here.
Oh, I had a massive argument with one of my friends the other week. How many parts of the chest are there?
So there's 2 major muscle groups.
Oh, I was wrong. I thought there was 3, and I was really bitching them out.
So the 2, you got basically the run pec major, pec minor, and they run across. So that's why pec tears, when you see somebody tear their pec, it slingshots across towards the middle of their chest because it inserts here and then through here. So you've got essentially pec minor, pec major. There is a misconception too, though, that you can work like inner chest versus outer chest.
Yeah.
Essentially, since the fibers run in this direction, it's pretty much an impossibility to like target, let's say, inner chest.
Yeah.
Like you basically, if you grow the entire fiber, then, or the series of fibers in this case, you're gonna basically grow with what genetics kind of like wanted you to have, or like way you're structured, right? You know, you see guys have like kind of like they're almost look like they have a hole in their chest because it just the way it inserts.
Yeah.
I don't like you could train chest every day for the rest of your life, and like that little gap right there is never getting filled in. It's just like it is what it is. So what you can do is bend a little bit more at the back, reach back while keeping scapular traction, and then push forward right below. Like basically, if you're going here. See how I lose chest?
Yeah.
You want to be right, almost with directionality force, like right across the nipple line. So a lot of people I see try to do upper chest. Look at my chest is completely off right now. So when people try to do like this whole like upper chest thing, you need to be through chest when you're talking about like when you're drawing a line of force. If that force is coming from behind, the opposite is going to be the mover. So if I want to be opposite, I want to come right through and see how that stays all chest. Watch my chest. See how it turns off right there?
Yeah.
So
right now, are we hitting upper chest?
We're hitting full chest,
Just
honestly.
all chest.
So from here, you're going to be hitting more of a stretch bias, but essentially, like since those fibers run from across laterally, just because it's a stretch doesn't mean you're just hitting the outer chest. It just means you're stretching the tissue, and then in the middle, you're contracting it, but it doesn't mean you're like, let's say in the contraction, only hitting like, let's say inner chest or upper chest.
So I'm supposed to be going to failure every single set?
Okay, so there's like perceived failure and like true failure. I think there's a lot of times people will think they're going to like true failure, but if you're like, hey, that was it for me, and I was like, hey, Togi, here's like a fucking $1 million if you do 2 more reps. He'd be like, oh, fuck yeah, I'm good. I think sometimes we'll kind of conflate or mistake like perceived failure for true failure. So I would like you to get to like 1 to 3 reps in reserve, meaning like 1 to 3 reps away from like really like can't do a good rep.
Really everything.
With good form.
Oh, this is a lot. This is why I stopped working out. There's too many sweats. Too many tryhards out here.
A little more stretch at the back. You can bend the elbows a bit more towards the back of the rep. Bend a little bit. There it is, right there. Feel that?
Yeah.
Good.
Oh.
That's it.
Oh my God.
Yeah. Every rep like a half inch back. So we can almost use each subsequent rep as a mechanism to continue to stretch under load more safely, because if we do it incrementally, half inch at a time, quarter inch at a time, every single rep, you're getting that dual benefit of stretching the tissue, keeping it nice and healthy, while also driving a shit ton of hypertrophy.
Yeah, I've never worked with this range of motion before. It's like absolutely killing me already.
Any pain? Are you good?
No, it feels great. It just feels like my chest is just so torn up already. Like, oh God.
All right, bend elbow, bend. There it is, keep it, chest, keep chest, keep chest, now in. That's a fucking great rep. Money rep. That's where you're gonna grow right here. Push, push, push.
Oh God.
I've never felt my chest feel like that before. That felt great though.
One set, dude, you're done.
And the shoulder feels great. Like usually for that amount of stimulus, I've done like 4 sets of bench already and my shoulder's crunchy as shit.
But the amount of comments I get, rest in peace, shoulders, rest in peace, fucking.
Yeah, well, because
rotator
holy
cuff.
shit, dude, the range of motion it's like scaring me watching you do that. It feels like your pecs are gonna rip right now. Oh, I can't, that's ridiculous. So you're retired from professional or competitive bodybuilding?
We'll see. Yeah, I mean, the biggest thing, I love it, but the biggest toll with bodybuilding is just like, as I prep, I become more robotic and like, my eating, my energy decreases. So with now kids, my wife, everything, it's not me that it's only affecting, it's affecting everybody around me.
Yeah.
And so you gotta start thinking like, bodybuilding doesn't like pay my bills. If anything, it creates
Yeah.
more bills, more drugs, more time, more posing, shit that doesn't like do anything for me from a business perspective. But it's just cause I love it. I think bodybuilding is probably one of the most selfish sports on the planet. If you can call it a sport, but if you're to call it a sport, I think it's gotta be up there on one of the most selfish sports on the planet. Nice, open, bend elbows, all chest, all chest. That's fucking nice adjustment. Slow push. All the way, all in, all in, all in. Nice. I'll take this one.
Holy
yeah.
shit. Oh, that's something. Everybody's got to try that one time.
This is the one time.
I feel like the percentage of people that have actually done a set like that, like, I don't know, most of my gym friends have never, ever done something like that. Everybody just goes bench, rep it out as fast as you can. That feels very different and awesome.
Yeah, dude. That's it. I was feeling
It hurts in my chest like a different way I've never felt. Like, it's, like I really feel like my muscles, like they're tearing. I've never felt that before. Usually it's like get a pump, but now, oh, this is something else. I don't know how to describe it.
So what's goals for you now? Like what is, obviously you've done a tremendous job of like building a following and a little bit of a divisive one. Does that ever bother you? Like you have some people like fuck with you super hard and some people that are like, fuck this guy. Does that bother you at all or never?
It's mostly like when I first started, when I was doing the gear edits and like taking steroids on the internet, it was a majority like comments were like hate. Nobody really fucked with me, but I kind of, when I do read comments, it's just like on my YouTube channel, and mostly YouTube, it's like all love, because people are there by choice. Nobody just watches a 2-hour-long video because they just like fucking hate me. So it's kind of like, I would say, even motivating, like 80% support. People really look forward to watching my shit. So what's next for me? I've been trading a lot of meme coins. You know, how old are you? 33? Oh, dude, you should get some meme coins. They're the best.
Meme coins. I've heard good and bad things. So what the fuck's a meme coin? So, cause there was like a huge like bubble of those in like, was it 2021 or something?
Yeah, they come around every time Bitcoin pumps.
Yeah.
Like a bunch of meme coins come out. But this time's different. You gotta get Pepe the Frog. You guys know you know that guy, the little green guy? He's like, it's like a meme that like.
I've seen him.
I don't know. I'm big on Pepe the Frog. I actually have about 70% of my net worth in Pepe the Frog,
That's insane.
which is the best. So yeah, you should consider selling some assets and getting the frog.
So pump up fucking Pepe the Frog so this guy can fucking dump
Yeah,
it.
exactly.
Fucking
Pump my bags.
Just fucking pump his bags with fucking Pepe.
But that's what I've been doing for money for the most part, is just trading meme coins, which is hilarious. And I also think I'm not so concerned about the money anymore. Like now that I have enough money to pay the rent, because I mean, 10 months ago I was
Enough money to pay the rent, dude pulls up in a Lamborghini. It's a little bit different. There's like pay the rent money and there's like Lambo money.
The meme coins are the best. But that's why I'm okay losing all my money, because I used to, not even a year ago, I was driving a Subaru living in like a closet of frat, and I was just as happy overall. Like the Lamborghini kind of makes me happy, but as long as I can eat food and like live in a warm place, like cool, dude. So I pretty much gamble and all of my money and put it into meme coins and stuff. And then when I'm 24, I'll lock in.
Lock in. Yeah, just I have a finance degree. That's what I studied. So like.
Oh yeah? They teach you about meme coins or no?
Meme coins did not exist when I was fucking getting my finance degree.
What do you think I should invest in? If you were like, all right, dude, you got $1 million. What do you put that in as a 22-year-old?
Some sort of S&P fund, something that just like mirrors the market. The market never loses, right? So,
S&P, that's not aggressive. That's like.
So it would be seemingly to somebody like you not aggressive, right? Because you're talking about something that you're talking about assets that have no like substantive like value attached to them that can appreciate fucking 10,000% in a week, right? So to hear like 7% a year sounds so whack, right? It's just like, fuck, what the fuck am I doing? Putting something that's gonna earn 7%
Yeah.
But there's limited downside potential. Like, so you have, it's not gonna go to zero, right? The S&P, unless we fucking get in a nuclear war, is not gonna go to zero ever. Or even probably go down more than 20% on like a very bad recession. So I'm saying get a fucking aggressive with, let's say, 40% of your profile, or your spending, whether it be like meme coins or an aggressive new coin that came out or a stock that you believe in highly. Then you know that, dude, even if the 40% you could fucking lose it all, or it could go to fucking 10 million. That 400,000, but then you've got the 600,000. It's invested. You can keep adding to that, and that way when you're 40, 50. Like, do you truly believe Pepe coin is going to be around in 2 years? Like, just be 100% honest.
Well, it'll exist. It'll be worth less most likely than it is now. But that's like the game is you ideally sell before you're poor.
Correct.
And that's why it's awesome. Well, it's gambling, but like 24/7, which is why it's so exciting. Like I'm gambling right now.
Any type of investment is a certain type of gambling, like the stock market even. There's nothing to say like that there's a reason that stocks can lose 50% of their value overnight when the CEO resigns because he was like fucking fondling his fucking assistants nuts, right? Like there shouldn't be the company's value shouldn't go down 50% overnight. It doesn't make sense. It's not like the company just like their factories blew up or some shit. It's just because it's perceived. So that's any type of investment is gambling essentially. It's just like how much downside risk you have in a specific investment versus the upside. The more upside, always the more downside. It's how investments work. You could probably put $1 million. So you said you have 70% of your assets, 80% of your assets in fucking.
Yeah, about 70% in Pepe and about the rest of the assets in cars and jewelry. So I think I'm looking pretty good. It's a pretty good portfolio.
So he took his like 30% and put it into a Lambo.
Yeah, I guess that's my limited downside asset is this diamond chain right here. That's what we call that.
I was gonna ask what that fucking thing's worth.
What up?
I was gonna ask what that thing is worth.
I paid 60 something for it. So
it is pretty clean, I'm not gonna lie.
Thank you. Okay, so that was a lot of words. What I got from that is mostly consider diversifying my meme coins, getting
or if it's a
larger portfolio.
I wouldn't even
of meme
say
coins.
that. Basically the way you're explaining it, that meme coin is not an investment. That's like it's an active, almost business. You're like watching it, you're trying to like get in and out at the right time. Like that's an arbitrage. Like that's not an investment. An investment is something you're like, I'm gonna like put this in and let it make me money. Like you're consciously watching this fucking Kermit the Frog fucking
check
coin
it right now.
Exactly. I'm sure it's fucking in your pocket. You're itching to check it.
Just like my meme coin is itching to check
Because realistically, you probably could have made fucking $50,000 while we've been standing here for the last fucking 10 minutes.
I hope so. That would be dope.
You also could have lost fucking 400,000. We never fucking know.
You never know. And that's the beauty of life.
In a nutshell. Sweetie, stop slow is what you do. So you're doing one more and I'm gonna grab them both.
One more?
No. I said as if you're gonna do one more.
Okay.
I was gonna say, that's gonna ruin me. Typically, I base my workout off of how good my chest feels, and I would have left 2 sets ago, usually.
You're like, I'm good, bro.
Like, obviously, I want to get bigger. Like, I do miss it, being in here every day and eating my meals, like, having it dialed. It's a fun thing to do. Once you're out of the routine, it's so hard to get the fire back in you, because it's just like, I'm happy, you know?
I think a lot of people think you're not a very intelligent guy. I think you're actually a very intelligent guy. That's playing the internet like a fucking fiddle, dude. I talked to somebody about this. I said, because somebody was like, oh, Togi, he's an idiot. I was like, no, I've spoken to him, and he's not dumb. He's actually the exact opposite. I think that just the way you're doing an arbitrage opportunity in terms of like your coins, you saw a niche that was like, holy fuck, like I know that I could, if I do like, oh, here's me in the gym working out, fitness content like fucking Eric Janicki style. That's what we're using. Everybody fucking likes me because I was like, oh, big fucking teddy bear Eric. Like you were like, okay, that would take me 10 years. Same thing with like working out to get probably maybe the social media that would like following that would maybe like pay the bills or like make the money I want to. Or I could go this other route and make content that's like, maybe people aren't gonna like it, but holy fuck, I'm gonna fucking pop off.
Yeah, you guys heard it here first. College graduate diagnosed me as smarter than you. So, what can I say? Yeah, there's definitely a massive learning curve. I don't know how other famous people go about it, but for me, it's like, for the last 3 years, I've spent most of my energy, most of my brain power on like, how can I get more views? How can I go viral? And when you keep trying every single day at something, regardless of, at square one, I was getting 300 views at TikTok. Regardless of where you start at, if you try every single day, you could have whatever, an IQ of 50. But if you're consistently every day learning about this thing, even though it seems like a lot of people think you can't learn about social media, it's just a luck thing. Every day, if you're trying to learn and you're really like putting every ounce of your mental effort into like, why did this video not go viral? How can I do it better? After a certain amount of time, like you're guaranteed to do whatever it is that you're trying to do. For me, that was go viral and like make a living off of it.
That's dope. So much longer do you realistically see yourself doing this, the whole social media game and gambling? You said 24 you're locking it. What's 24 locking it in mean? What's that mean for Togi?
I don't know, because I have a friend that's 24 and he's worth about $25 million. And he's just like, dude, I'm so bored. Like, I guess I should have kids, because what the fuck else do you do? But I call it a too successful, too young crisis. If I get there when I'm 24 and I have everything that I want, I don't know what I'm gonna do. I might just go fuck off in the woods and like start hiking and shit, because I really don't know. But for now, yeah, I don't play things by, well, typically I don't think further than 2 weeks ahead at a time. It's like, what am I gonna do tomorrow? Like, and then like I texted you that I was like, hey, do you want to work out today? And because that's like, I just like can't plan that far ahead. So I have no idea what I plan on doing when I'm 24. Hopefully in a Pepe painted mansion with a Pepe Lamborghini.
Oh my God, I'm already at failure, dude. This is ridiculous.
What did Pepe say about that, dude?
Pepe says you need to grow up and buy some of it.
You're like, stop fucking weaponizing Pepe, bro. Fuck you, dude.
You're attacking my whole net worth.
Don't bring Pepe into this shit, dude. It's between you, me, and this fucking cable machine, dog.
So as like you're a new father, well, new-ish, 2 years, right?
2 years.
What do you plan on, like, as far as how you delegate your money to your kids? Because I feel like I'm just gonna spend all of my money, and then they can, like, I'll have enough for like them to have like food and school.
Food and school, I like that. What about shelter? No shelter in this way?
Well,
you're gonna be in the woods, I forgot.
Yeah, I don't know. I've also pondered that. I feel like, I don't know, I feel like if I grew up in a really expensive neighborhood, a really nice school, it would have been a net negative for my development. If I have a family and like kids with one woman, I kind of want to just move to like a shittier neighborhood. But if I have like,
clarify that.
Well, because the idea is like to have, how many kids do you want?
2.
Yeah, I feel like I want like 30
That's
or
insane.
50. But you can't do that with one girl, so it's like, get them cranking, but then I can't live with all of them.
You're like modern day Genghis Khan then.
Yeah. I think it would be sick to have an army of Togis who would be great. But then I can't like live with them and whatnot. But if I were to live with 30 kids, we would live in a shitty house for sure.
So I think this is Togi the character, and not
No,
like
I mean it, bro. I'm gonna have 30, and one day you're gonna watch this video back, and you're gonna see me with 30 kids.
I'm gonna be like,
holy shit!
Oh fuck! I really feel dumb for saying Togi is an intelligent human being.
What is unintelligent about having 30 kids? It's what's his face? Elon Musk has got 10 kids, right?
I think that as you age, you start to accumulate a higher level of empathy and human compassion where you start to think of like, oh, right now it's like 30 minis like running around, that's fucking dope. And then you like have them and you're like, oh my God, like these are like little people that are counting on me to like form them as humans.
Yeah.
And then you've got 30 of them and you're trying to like fucking pump up fucking hermit coin. And then you're trying to like
God.
fuck the other girls to get more kids. And you're
Okay.
like, what time do you have to like actually invest? And I'm telling you, 2 kids, it's like a fucking slap in the face amount of work. Like the amount
Yeah.
of work you could never fathom.
Well, yeah, you texted me, you like wanted to work out before 3 because you had to go home to the kids. And it's like, I woke up 2 hours ago. So I see how you have a lot on your plate.
Yeah, and like you really do, I think, have like a humongous impact on like how they end up or how they're formed as human beings. And like, yeah, it's not something I talk about a lot, but like my mom, she's super intelligent woman, also dealt with like being bipolar and alcohol and drug issues, and she took her own life when I was 11, and I was lucky enough to have an amazing father and then stepmom that kind of stepped in. But I think I would have been kind of fucked up otherwise. Like,
Yeah.
if I didn't have my dad, who was fucking the shit, and my stepmom, who came in later on and has been amazing to me ever since. So I think that sometimes as you grow older, you start to kind of understand the impact. And that's why you asked me about bodybuilding earlier, and you see how none of my answer had to do with anything about me. Like, whoa, like it's hard, or oh yeah, like I do, judging's unfair. Like, no, fuck that. It's like, how am I now affecting everybody that counts on me for income, for my time, for my attention, for my energy? And like, I think that's the biggest thing that happens when you grow up, is you start to kind of like see things through a different lens.
Yeah, I think that makes a lot of sense. I think I avoid thinking about my future, not because I'm super like, I just don't feel like I need to be all analytic about it when my worldview, the way I see things will be completely different. I'll be a whole different person. So it's like, why would I think about it with this lens when in 10 years I'll have a whole nother one? So maybe, well, hopefully I don't get any girls pregnant right now and change my mind.
So let's say I just don't get anybody pregnant.
Right now, I mean, if I had a kid, I think it would be chill. I don't think I'd be a great dad, but I think it would be chill. I mean, it would be cool at least. Like,
It's a funny statement, sorry. I don't think it'd be chill. Like, I wouldn't be good at all at being a father, but it'd be fucking chill, dude.
I know sometimes I do think about that. If my kids are like, Dad, I want to take steroids and gamble and like do a bunch of cocaine, and I'm supposed to be like, no, but they're like, there's videos of you doing it all over.
I was literally
The
going to get to that
internet.
question later in this video because I was
I've
very
been
curious.
on podcasts before. I've been questioned on that quite a few times. And that's like the only thing that I don't have like a solid answer for. Usually all the tough podcast questions have got locked down, but the best I can come up with for that one is I'm just gonna tell my kids I had 3 heart attacks and I'm grateful to be alive. And hopefully I don't actually have 3 heart attacks.
Or it's just
That would
like a
suck.
3-year manic episode where you don't even remember any of that.
Yeah, it's just like, I don't know what happened, guys, but I almost died 6 times.
Instead of a 3-year-long stroke. You're literally you're having a stroke right now as we speak.
So that's what I'm gonna tell them. Other than that, maybe my kids will end up like me and do a bunch of drugs, but that's a good question too. Are you, if your kids are like, Dad, I wanna take steroids, what are you gonna tell them? And they're like 18 years old.
No.
When did you take steroids?
27.
Oh, what the fuck?
Yeah, I waited.
27 years old?
Yeah, I waited.
Wait, how old are you again?
33. I just turned 33.
Oh, so you've only been on steroids for 5 years. That's crazy. Okay. How do you like it being on like the harder stuff? Like have you ever tried Super Draw?
Yeah, like 2 weeks out.
I like love Super Draw.
Injectable or oral?
Injectable.
Yeah, it's insane.
Oh, you heard that here first. Eric says you should try injectable Super
That's
Draw.
literally that was the major takeaway of this entire this entire workout. Was nothing about training.
Injectable Super Draw
Nothing
is
about
the
training
best.
modalities or like, not fucking having 30 kids. Take Superdraw, kids.
What's going on with that guy?
Oh, well, he was using it right before we hopped on.
Oh no, this thing right here.
Oh, this guy. It's to add some extra range of motion.
Oh my God.
As you know, dude.
I was gonna say, usually this machine, I like how this has that press thing because then it reduces my range of motion.
So you're gonna hate this. All right, so essentially we're gonna do the opposite of that. So use the foot pedal to get it out. find a place where this is like right along your pec line, right along nipple line. And then come here, drive shoulders down and back.
Holy shit, that's
Then push
insane. How far? You guys should get a shot of him from the exact side, because that shit is painfully far. Yeah, I'm sure you get a ton of comments about people talking about like, oh, I do this machine with 4 plates. I do it so much heavier. But they have really like try and do it how he's doing it here, and the weight feels 3 times heavier when you, especially I've never even gone as far as this, but it makes a huge difference.
So same thing, keep the elbows slightly tucked, chest nice and open, attention, shoulders back. Let's go 1 plate.
All right, word.
What do you usually do with this when it's just, when you're doing like limited range of
I do
motion?
the 2 plates.
Yeah, let's try 1 first and then we'll work our way up.
I highly doubt I'm gonna be able to do 2 plates with the way you just did it.
No, I would say maybe 1/4 max.
It feels like my chest is about to fucking fall off the bone, is what it feels like.
Reach back, chest open.
Oh, for the camera, these are 100-pound plates.
Yeah, those are 500-pound plates. Powered by what, Togi? What kind of coin?
Oh, Pepe coin, get the frog.
Get the frog, bro. Those are like 500-pound Pepe plates.
Oh my God. I see what you're saying about the implied failure, whatever. I feel like I've failed, but deep down I know I could probably do like 6 more.
All right.
Well, nah, I mean,
You said what?
I think I could get 5 more here.
Togi gets 4 more. I know everybody on this watching this video has to go get how many Pepe coins?
A billion Pepe coins.
Come on. Keep that neck neutral. Dude, the way this dude throws his neck around at the end of sets
God.
is so alarming.
All right, I don't think I got there. I think that was only 3 reps from when I said.
I counted 5.
All right, word. Get fucked, everybody. Go buy the coin.
Fuck it. Let's go 3. You know what? Why not? Because you only get to work out Togi your first time 1 time, is what they say.
It's because I got the wrong attire on. I didn't know we were working out for real.
Oh, I thought it was just like,
Yeah,
I thought we
no,
talked about it. I thought you were excited about actually working out. That was like literally the terminology used. Is it one of those coins that's worth like, one is worth like 0.000067 cents or something?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
There's a ton of zeros. I don't even know how many zeros there are.
Usually there's like 7 or 8 zeros before
Yeah.
it hits a substantive digit.
Yeah, it's good stuff.
It's good
and
stuff.
everybody thinks it's gonna go to $1.
it goes to-
Obviously, it'll never go to $1.
If it went to
else it'd be
$1, you'd
worth-
probably be what?
Well, if it went to
you'd probably-
$1, I would
You're worth like
have
50 million or something?
no, like 300 trillion. Like
Oh, that much.
it's like a lot of zeros.
A little less explosive on that press. Pull the shoulders back in the stretch. Consciously drive chest. So find the stretch and then push chest while keeping the shoulders down. There it is.
Oh my God, it's incredible when you think about it. Like your chest just lights up. Like it feels like one of these reps is worth 15 of the ones I usually do.
When I tell people about like working out when they're not actually paying attention, it's like when you read a book and you read like 3 pages, you're like, holy fuck.
What did I just
I have no
read?
idea what I just read. Because I was thinking about a million other things.
That's a great analogy.
Last set, when you drop shoulders, 3 half reps, all the way down to stretch, and then push only halfway out. Just a half. Now back, half, pause. So, keep neck neutral. Don't.
Oh my God, dude. Oh, that's crazy. I can feel it when I was getting that failure. Immediately, every other muscle lights up and starts firing. Like triceps going, shoulders going.
So that's why I recommend instead of like forcing rep, if you can't keep chest, like get here. So that's why you'll see me sometimes instead of forcing and doing shoulders.
Yeah.
That's all shoulders tries now here. What I'll do is here, that's what I was saying, pull, push chest to where you feel like the chest is now like basically gassed. It has no like more recruitment, can't push farther. Deep back to stretch, just to where it can go before you start to do this thing
Yeah.
and this thing.
Yeah, I don't know why I do that. It's just like
It's like
weird habit.
Hey,
Oh my God, my chest is. Yeah, I have not. It doesn't even feel like I have a pump. It's so fatigued that it feels like it went flat again.
well, now it's time to hit triceps. So we're gonna do a tricep push down. We're gonna do it on this incline bench. What's amazing about this is that it actually puts that force curve behind you. So instead of, when you do a push down, it almost feels like you're getting pulled forward. So this basically allows you to do like a tricep push down while anchoring that vector of force behind you, so we're gonna push down and through. Elbows nice and tucked to the side of the body, up to where you can increase that mechanical leverage. Down through, squeeze. This way.
My triceps are definitely
Already a little cooked,
my.
a little toasty.
Well, no, they're my worst body part as far as like aesthetics. So the genetics aren't great, but also I just don't train
Push the
them
hands a little
super.
bit towards the middle of the grip.
Wow. Okay.
There you go.
All right. Oh wow, yeah, this is great. I usually just do the. Well, I just don't. Everyone just does cable pushdowns. When you start going to the gym, it's like, what do you do your triceps? Everyone, you grab the cable and you push it down. But this is such a different, like it's a different squeeze.
Yeah, plus you had a ton of emphasis, especially at the top of the rep, the most stretch position, because that force comes from behind you, so it's usually in front of you, right?
Yeah.
So basically having to still fight a lot of tension in the stretch.
Oh my god.
Good shit.
Oh.
So we are the most unlikely, probably one of the most unlikely collabs. I would say the most unlikely, which has now come to fruition, is you and Alex Eubank. When I saw you guys hanging out, I was like, what the fuck?
It's actually crazy because we get along. Like I've met, a lot of people in the fitness space, and you would think I would get along with a lot of the people that I've done videos with, and then off camera it's like kind of weird, like don't really have good conversation or whatever. Me and Eubanks are super similar. We talk like almost every day off camera and stuff, and it's bizarre that he's like, he's the exact same as me, just like kind of on the like good side of the coin. But I think it's funny that he, like takes steroids and gambles now.
Is he just on test?
Yeah, I'm trying. I'm really trying it to get him to up it from TRT.
So he's got more tests.
Yeah, maybe like Anavar. What would you say the best cycle he should do, like
I don't know what
for a
his goal-
starter?
I don't know what his goals are, man. I mean, I think he's broken the seal, though. It's like,
Well, that's what I'm saying, dude. And right now he has TRT prescribed from his doctor, so he's not really on steroids. Like he's on steroids, but to everybody else that's like not super educated on it, assume he's just on tren or like on a full cycle. But so now he's got the worst side of both worlds. He's on steroids to the world, and he's also not going to grow like he's on steroids. So that's what I'm saying. Just like fuck it, take 500 tests, 20 Anavar.
what's his like plan though? Like his whole thing was shitting on like enhanced influencers. Like literally like his whole thing was like, I'm the last natty.
Yeah.
Fuck all these fucking enhanced ass fitness dudes. And like, does that affect you at all? Like knowing that like just a matter of months ago, he was basically saying like, essentially shitting on enhanced fitness people. I'm sure he...
I think it's just, I think everybody with enough time working out, you come around to the idea of like being okay at a mediocre level or you hop on. So before he thought he could, because he went viral for his physique, so he thought he could, like keep growing, keep looking like pretty fucking insane. But then all of a sudden everybody else hops on and he's falling like rapidly down the ranks. So he was just fed up not growing for years. I don't want to put words in his mouth, but this is my analysis, and he realized like you got to do what it takes to continue to grow, especially when it's like the shitty reality of it, but when your physique is how you make money, like the way you look is what makes videos go viral, not the like Shizzy goes viral because people think he's on steroids, natty or not, whatever. But at the end of the day, he's viral because he looks fucking insane. Like the way you look trumps the whole politics between natty and not.
I have a hot take on that.
Yeah, you don't agree?
I would say that he wasn't losing relevance because his physique was becoming more mid, because he's got one of the best like genetic physiques, like regardless of enhanced or not. His just like shape is undeniable. He's got crazy fucking pecs, like abs, small waist. So my hot take is that it had less to do with him losing relevance because of his physique being mid or whatever. It had way more to do with the fact that he didn't create any new narrative for himself. It was like, but this is his new like resurgence of like creating a new storyline. Like I think Sam, if he doesn't change something eventually, the whole like car talk is gonna run out. Like he has to create a new narrative where he's competing or doing something different, or just retire, like fucking cashes in and retires from social media. But I think you have to be doing something, creating value, telling a story, or being like, would you agree that even if your physique became more like mid or you stayed like off or whatever, and you still like were super entertaining and doing the things you're doing and creating content, you would lose relevance? I don't think so.
I don't think so at all. Well, I mean, even from I get more views than when I used to take like work out like crazy. I looked like a lot better, 20 more pounds of muscle, a lot leaner, but I have more relevance just because people like to see an evolving storyline. When I was first like kind of like studying how to go viral, I was so intrigued by like what's the difference between Sam Sulek and Jake Paul, because they both went just as viral off the bat, but now Sam Sulek, it was like this and kind of like he's still like top of the industry, but like the growth isn't there. Whereas Jake Paul, every day you see a new Jake Paul thing and you're like, oh my God, now he's boxing Mike Tyson. And it just, he's evolved so much. And
the storyline's changing.
Yeah, people love to stay in touch with the evolving storyline. And he also does like, you can't make everybody happy. Sam Sulek almost makes too many people happy. Like part of the reason he went viral at first is because everyone was like, steroids too young, but now we've kind of accepted that. Everybody loves Sam Sulek. Another person I've thought about a lot is like Bryce Hall. Like, he doesn't make anybody happy, but that's why he's so relevant, is because if you're making everybody happy, then it doesn't hit the algorithm half as hard.
That's why it's a problem for me. Everybody fucking likes Eric.
Yeah, you are very just like too likable, which is, but you're different because you're providing massive value.
That's why I try to.
In comparison to, you're not an entertainer, you're like more of an educator, so there's inherent value there forever. Whereas Sam Sulek is strictly an entertainer.
Yep. Yeah, dude.
Well, that felt great. That's the first time I've been able to really target, it feels like the side, whatever medial they call it.
Lateral or medial, yeah.
Because every time I do shoulders, it feels like front delt's firing.
What's that? What are you talking about?
Someone dropped it out.
What
the fuck,
who?
dude? It's a secret admirer, dog?
How they know I'm here? Oh, this is your brand, isn't it?
That's not my shit. Oh, it is. Well, it's HDLT.
G-Test, maximum testosterone booster. This isn't your brand?
That's my brand, but
Let's see. You set this up. There's no way somebody just gave a gift.
I actually did not say this. So it was like, so
What?
well, it is my company. It's fucking.
Oh, my hand's shaking from that set. What's it say? Oh God. Hope you have a great lift and enjoy the subs. On the house, your T-plug, Coach Greg. P.S. Do you have chlamydia? Have you seen that, Greg, on a video? He was talking about going over my blood work and my white blood cells and my urinalysis was like elevated. And so he's like, I would Togi like might have chlamydia.
Is that where
now,
you got?
everybody thinks I've got fucking chlamydia and I can't get rid of it. I told him I don't got chlamydia. And even if I did, it's not a permanent thing.
Is that where the Greg goddamn decided? I told him we were working out together. He must have fucking like had like a fucking
That's
courier
so funny.
come and drop the shit off.
Thank you, Greg, for the free subs. I will try them out and
The fact
let everybody know
they
how.
gave you a G test is fucking hilarious, bro.
The testosterone. Yeah.
The test booster is hilarious. That's
Greg
wild.
Doucette sent me a testosterone booster. Like I fucking don't blast testosterone. That's so funny.
Let's see if he picks up.
Hello.
Did you courier some fucking HTLT subs to Togi at the fucking gym?
Absolutely.
Thank you, Greg. I appreciate the test booster. I've been looking for some.
I saw you included G test, and the 3 test. Was there a reason for
Also
that you did
the
all
Turk
test,
Builder, the
all
infamous
all
Turk
the test
Builder.
booster products?
It's going to come in handy for him.
Yeah, I need it.
For when he goes natty.
Togi's one of my favorite characters to ever do videos on.
Thank you, Greg. I appreciate it. Always makes my day when I see a new Greg Doucette vid.
Greg goddamn Doucette.
Greg goddamn Doucette.
Mr.
Oh yeah, I feel great, dude. I feel like my delts are bigger than they've been in a very long time. What else do we hit? Chest? How do I do this? Like,
Jeez, bro.
oh yeah, I feel really good. It's always really nice, like, even though you lose progress when you're out of the gym for a while and you get back in, you feel like the man. Even though, you know, you're not quite as big as you once were. I feel really solid. Okay, well, maybe not after that. That's something. That's something right there. How much do you weigh right now? You said 260?
I'm like 284.
284, dude. That is so much muscle. When's the last time you did? I saw a thing. We should get a side by side because this is pretty. It really puts into perspective how large you really are in person next to me.
Also, people think I'm really short for whatever reason.
Well,
you still make me look.
You're too muscular to be
To be
tall.
as tall
you know,
as
like
I
you.
am.
I would imagine you were like yay tall.
Yeah.
Isn't what's his name?
Derek Lunsford.
Well, him too, but what's
Howdy.
it? Nick Walker. Isn't he
Walker's
like
like
really
5'6".
a short dude?
Yeah, 5'5", 5'6".
But that's kind of, it's like,
It's a short
right?
man's
It's
game,
good
'cause, like,
to be short and
Yeah, because like it's hard to fill out limbs, especially like extremities, or even like side thickness, like this, like front to back thickness, like that side chest, like here. It's hard to get as dense.
were you like, so you were natural 20, how long were you working out until 27?
16 years.
Holy shit.
So I was 11.
Oh, so you were like housed when you were 27.
This guy, honestly, I knew it. I'm a very good judge of character, and when I met him the first time, like I didn't know what to expect, but like you could just tell, like from the very first interaction, like, oh, dude's actually like fucking super chill. So we all have to remember, 22 fucking years old. I was doing all sorts of shit when I was 22 years old. I think there's a heightened expectation for everybody to be fucking perfect just because they're in front of a camera. And maybe you won't, maybe you will. Like 5-10 years from now, be like, oh, I probably shouldn't have done that, or maybe that was not the best idea. But like that's all part of growing and like just becoming the person you're meant to be. So Ross.
Thank you. I appreciate that. And you heard it here. Certified, chill, and smart, jacked, 6'2", 3 maybe on a good day with the shoes. So thank you for teaching me everything. I appreciate you a ton. I hope to work out more, learn more from you because there's a lot to learn here. Maybe I'll download your app. I heard you got an app now.
Hey, yeah, if you guys want to work out like this, get fucking jacked, get my app. The link will be below. I'm running it, I don't know if we're gonna drop this for Black Friday or not, but if it is, running a huge Black Friday promo on that. And if you want programs for PPL, full body, upper, lower, all on the app, go and check it out. You will not regret it. But without further ado, follow this man, all of his socials. Go get fucking Pepe coin, get loaded up, fucking pump that shit to the moon. He promises not to dump it, and I will see you guys on the next video.